We're in a very unaesthetic angle today, and I feel like I have glare on my glasses, right? Okay, guys, we're gonna have to film this without my glasses. Hi, guys, welcome back to my channel, and I hope you guys are doing well. I'm so sorry for the unaestheticness of the video, but that is the whole point, okay? Because I feel like I put so much pressure on myself to make everything perfect. I'm talking about like my background, even though it's far from perfect, but being in an unaesthetic angle and an unaesthetic kind of point of view, if you know what I'm trying to say. So anyway, you guys would have seen from the title of this video that I know tell you guys how to romanticize your life, even though you're living in a rut, even though you're not happy with where you are. But you know, I know a lot of people try to romanticize their lives, but a lot of people just think that romanticizing your life has a lot to do with your finances and materialism and things like that, but it definitely doesn't. So I just want to obviously talk a little bit about my story and what I've been doing to kind of, you know, romanticize my life. Okay, so I have like a bunch of notes written down, and also if you guys see me looking over here, it's because I have my laptop here and I actually have a bunch of notes on my computer as well. So yeah, I've been learning how to romanticize my life, even though my life is a mess. Like, it is quite literally a mess. I have a mental breakdown probably 3, 4, 5, 6 times a week. I don't know, I kind of lost count. Social media makes it feel like you have to have your life look a certain way. You have to present yourself a certain way. Bedroom has to look a certain way. Your life has to look a certain way. You know, like just so many different things. Like, you can't be relevant if you don't have the latest whatever. And this is no shame to anyone. This is more so to do with you as an individual, okay? You as an individual appreciating the little things that you have in life. Social media makes it look like your life has to be perfect to be romantic or beautiful. But what about like the little things, right? The small, the very mundane, ordinary moments that we usually kind of overlook. No, not kind of, we do overlook. Like cooking a meal for yourself, going out for a walk, making yourself a coffee, doing your makeup, doing your skincare, just little things that you can do to take care of yourself as well. Putting on an outfit that makes you feel cute and like put together, even wearing a matching pair of pajamas to bed. Like, it's so simple. Sometimes, like, I mean, majority of the time I will tell you I'll go to bed with like an oversized t-shirt and some random pants I found in my wardrobe, or even just in the day, like I just don't get changed. I stay in my pajamas the whole day. And although some days that's fine, but you have to look at it in a way that when you're creating your dream life, or when you're creating this life for yourself, whatever life you want, you have to live your life now how you want it to look in the future, okay? And I'm not talking about finances, I'm not talking about money, I'm not talking about like investing in little things or whatever, because that is not the case. I'm talking about being able to cook, you know, cooking for yourself, being able to take care of yourself, take care of your body, take care of your hair, your skin, getting ready in the morning, you know, doing all these little simple things which should be a part of our daily routine but aren't. So I want to be really real with you. I've been broke for around 2 years, and thank God, alhamdulillah, like I have a very supportive family and essentially living paycheck to paycheck, and it's hard not to feel stuck or unworthy of living your best life. With me, I feel like I kind of correlate living your best life to having lots and lots of money, being financially comfortable. A lot of the time that's not necessarily the case, because there are things that I can do now that can make my life better in the moment and for the future. I used to think like happiness was something that you could buy, and I feel like I've slowly come out of this mindset where, you know what, even if I go out and buy, I don't know, a lipstick or a new foundation or whatever it may be, it's not going to make me happy. It'll make me happy for like a split second, and then it will get to a moment where I'm like, okay, what's the next best thing? What can I get now? Because if you look at it, right, when you buy yourself something new, yes, you might want it, you might need it, you're desperate to have it, but realistically, how long are you happy for? It's just the little things, you know. I've started realizing that romanticizing your life, you don't need money for. It's about finding the joy in the little things, okay? So like I said, putting on a cute outfit, doing your makeup, doing your hair, skincare, making a meal for yourself, making yourself a coffee, or even going out for a coffee. I know that's spending money, but it's still within a kind of, like, it's realistic, if that makes sense. Even when your life feels so chaotic, like you have 101 things going on, whatever, like it's just finding the joys in the little things. There are weeks where I'm so so busy, and I'm just so grateful for. Like, I'll give you an example. When it was my nephew's Akika, so we did like a little party for him. It was probably one of the best weeks of my entire life, not because of anything other than the fact that I was busy and I found joy in doing something like creative and doing something for someone else. So, and like I said, I was so busy and I just found so much joy in it. So one of the things I want to quickly say is, like, even though my life is a mess right now, and I'm human at the end of the day, I do struggle to find joy in the little smallest things in life. However, that doesn't mean I should stop living my life. I've been living in this rut for the better part of 2 years, okay? And all of my days have like kind of merged into one. It's like I don't really have concept of time, if that makes any sense. It's like, you know those movies where you're constantly living the same day over and over again until you like find the missing piece of the puzzle, or you solve the murder or whatever it is, right? That is literally where I am in my life, like down to the T. You know, sometimes I feel like as well, like I'll wake up in the morning and I wonder, you know, is anything gonna actually change today? Is something miraculous gonna happen that's gonna wake me up out of this stance and I'm finally living this dream life, or, you know, I'm finally romanticizing my life, okay? I just want to quickly say, like, when you romanticize your life, it does not have to be for the camera. A lot of people think that it has to look aesthetically pleasing to a camera, but it doesn't, because it's you and it's your life and it's just you find enjoying your life. I feel like this word romanticize, I don't know if I like it too much, just because I feel like we hold so much to the word romanticize. It's like it has to fit a certain category, it has to fit a certain aesthetic, it has to. So I'm just gonna quickly say, like, I listened to a podcast a couple of weeks ago, and it was a Mel Robbins podcast. I need to find the episode and I'm gonna I'm gonna screenshot the episode and I'm gonna just post it here. You know, listen to that podcast, because although it's not like gonna do a whole 180 on your life, but it's gonna push you in that direction. Even when like I edit my TikTok videos or my YouTube videos or whatever type of video, like I find so much joy in it. Like, there are days where I'm like, oh, I really don't want to edit, but I know this is what I want for my future. I just have to push through it. I just romanticizing it as well. Like, it's something that I have to do, so why not romanticize it? I've listed down 4 ways, or like 4 categories in which you can romanticize your life. Number 1, appreciating your meals. Instead of rushing through your breakfast or taking your lunch for granted, I try to savor every meal. Okay, I say this, but there are days, obviously, we're in a rush, we're trying to get somewhere, we're trying to do something, and you can't, you know. But if you're at home, like you work from home or just at home, just appreciate your meal and sit and eat. Maybe put your phone down, turn your TV off, and just enjoy your meal. If you get to have dinner with your family, put your phone down, turn the TV off, have a conversation. That is also romanticizing your life. It's also very good for you to do. So, like, obviously, with romanticizing your meal, appreciating your meal, cooking your meal, whatever, right? You have to do is something so simple, but it nourishes your body, and that's beautiful in itself. That is something to appreciate, okay? It nourishes your body's gonna feel full, you're gonna be able to have energy to do other things, and you're gonna feel great. Number 2, creating small routines. So something like doing your skincare or your makeup, or even just changing out of your pajamas every day, even if you're just changing into a loungewear set. It's something, and it's something to enjoy, and it's something to romanticize, and it's something to just be like, this is something that I did today, okay? So, or even just making my bed. Like, I really hate making my bed, don't get me wrong, right? But I appreciate the way I make my bed. I love making my bed the way that I do. It just looks so cute and it looks so put together, and I like it. And it can be such a tedious task to do, but it's something, it's a routine. These small little things that you do, these small routines, is you living your life. It's you creating a future for yourself, or a future that you are like creating, right? Because to be able to have a future, you have to live in the present, okay? Forget about the past. You have to think about the present, live in the present, and then also you living in the present is you preparing for your future. And then also just finding beauty in the very mundane tasks that you do. So things like cooking, cleaning, or even making your bedroom, or wherever, you know, what am I trying to say? Wherever you sit or you enjoy a little bit of peace, maybe put some candles around, get some fairy lights, or just, you know, create a little bit of ambiance. I don't know if I said that right. These small like gestures remind me that life can be very soft and beautiful, and, you know, life can be very beautiful and soft even when it feels messy. Like, for example, my fairy lights look so ugly in my room, I'm not gonna lie, because I thought they were the curtain ones, but it made me happy. You know, I brought some fairy lights and they cost me less than £10, and Like I said, it's not about spending money, but you can do these little things, you know. I've taken candles out of everyone's room and just dotted them around my room and made my room really cozy and nice. And yeah. So number 4, you need to shift your perspective. So it's easy to compare yourself to others online, but like I've been learning to celebrate the small wins in life, paying a bill on time. Like, oh my god, I have had the worst 2 years of my entire life, and through no fault of my own. Don't get me wrong, it's not my fault, but little things like that like makes me happy that I'm able to pay a bill, or I'm able to treat my family to a coffee, or just little things, finishing a workout, or even just taking a moment to breathe and feel grateful. That is pretty much like the gist of what I'm trying to get at. I don't know if anything I said made sense or if I'm just speaking like very monotone. I don't know. Okay, but one thing I want to quickly say is romanticizing your life isn't about having it all figured out, about choosing to see the beauty in your own journey. So everything that you do in life is a journey. If you're, you know, trying to become her again, that's a journey. You're not going to become her overnight, are you? No. Becoming a millionaire, you're not going to become a millionaire overnight. Even just like getting your dream job, like to get to that point, it's always a journey. You might have to work 3 jobs that you don't want to work before you get your dream job, but still, it's a journey. It's part of your journey. It's a story to tell, right? Your life might look messy from the outside to other people, but to you, your job is to romanticize the hell out of your life. And I'm talking about finding joy in the little things in life. That is the whole point of romanticizing your life. I'm going to get a ChatGPT answer. It means to romanticize your life, and then I'm going to read it out to you guys, and then you guys can tell me in the comments what you think, okay? You don't need to be rich or have the perfect job or live in a fancy apartment or a house to feel like your life is magical. You can create moments of joy right now in your ordinary, mundane, everyday life. Please take on that advice, because it is possibly one of the best things that I can tell you in this video. You don't need to be rich. You don't need to have the perfect job. You don't need to live in a big house or a fancy apartment or have a really beautiful, nice car. Make your life feel magical, or to make it feel like you're romanticizing it, or to make it feel like you don't need to go to Pilates. Oh my god, the amount of times that I've seen people on TikTok romanticizing their lives, and the first clip is them making a matcha and going to Pilates. If you like coffee, drink coffee. If you like going to the gym, go to the gym. If you like going for walks, go for a walk. You don't have to do Pilates. You don't have to drink matcha. Just do what you want to do. Okay? Because matcha and Pilates isn't romanticizing your life unless that's something that you actually want to do. Okay, I'm going to read it out, okay, because I love this answer. Are you ready? Romanticizing your life means learning to see beauty, purpose, and joy in your everyday moments, even the small, ordinary ones. It's about treating your own life like it's special instead of waiting for something big to happen before you feel happy or grateful. Here's how it looks in practice. Being present, enjoying your morning coffee slowly instead of rushing through it, creating atmosphere, lighting a candle, putting on music, or dressing nicely, even if you're just at home. I need to take that advice. Mindset shift. Viewing your life as a main character story, where challenges are plot twists, growth is character development, and every day adds to that journey. Aesthetic appreciation. Okay, I have a lisp, okay, mind your business. Noticing sunlight through your window, a warm meal, or how peaceful your walk feels, and feeling gratitude for those details. In essence, romanticizing your life is about living intentionally and making the ordinary feel extraordinary through gratitude, beauty, and self-love. And the thing is, like, we live in a day and age where ChatGPT is part of our daily life. Okay, please do not let ChatGPT take over your life. Okay, I say this as a warning, right? But it is such a great tool. So like ChatGPT can help you create routines and things like that, and just help you kind of live in the present a little bit. Like now it's asked me a question: would you like me to explain how to start romanticizing your life in your own routine? Speak kindly to yourself. Oh yes, I forgot to mention that. Please always be kind to yourself. I feel like when you say such horrible things about yourself, and if you're Muslim, you should know this, right? Like, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us to speak to us nicely, to talk about ourselves, not in a judging way or in a shameful way, to speak with love and kindness, because that is what's going to get through to us, not by being harsh and being judgy, right? Okay, and I would give that same advice to anyone trying to romanticize their life. Okay, so I just feel like, yeah, when you speak to yourself like in a horrible way, you start to internalize that. So I feel like for example, yeah, I still think, okay, my nose is very fat. I used to really want to get liposuction on my nose. I don't know if that's a thing, but if it isn't, please somebody make it a thing, because this nose is fat. I feel like I never used to notice it as much before, but then I feel like when I did start to notice it, and I used to be like, oh my god, your nose is so fat, oh my god, like how can I get my nose a bit thinner, oh my god, right? I feel like I just made it worse for myself, and I started to internalize it. And I used to just constantly think about how fat my nose looks. And it's just with anything, right? Like, even just my body and like the way I look and things like that. Like, there are so many things that I'm unhappy with and insecure about. But if I speak to myself, or if I make a point to be harsh with the way that I look, or with the way that I speak, or with just anything, I feel like you start to internalize it and you actually start to believe it. So please be kind to yourself, okay? I think that kind of brings this video to an end. I feel like I've just rambled on. So if you see this video and if your life is a mess right now, please note that you're not alone, and there are so many people like you out in the world. And I hope that you find your peace soon, and you start living your life, live in the present, because in order to have a future you have to live in the present. So yeah, okay, so that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope this was so helpful. If not, I'm so sorry, okay? I really am. And if you did like this video, please like, comment, or subscribe. And yeah, I shall see you guys in the next video. Bye.